a little more about the snowstorm. In Boston, they got over 20 inches of snow. At the Logan Airport, they reported 23 inches. Their 8th biggest snow on record.
In a single day.
In a single day, yeah. 23 inches of snow. There is a little bit of audio coming out of Boston now. I've never actually seen this, but there was a snow plow trying to plow the road, and a car was right in its path. So they're
like in an Old West standoff?
Yeah, nose to nose. Now, yesterday, as I was driving home in my neighborhood, somebody had parked on the street, and I mean out in the street. I thought they were sitting in the car, but they were parked there. I guess they were stuck. I don't know.
They have a hilly driveway, perhaps?
Yeah, they do.
And they don't want to go up or down?
I guess that's right. By the way, do you remember before the snow started, the guy who aerates my lawn texted me and said, for $75, I'll come put down some salt, but don't ask where I got it.
Yes, I recall.
No question. Don't ask me any questions. Just Venmo me $75 and I'll put down the salt. So I did it, and I thought, will this or won't this work? But it did, because after the fact, now the first day it was slick, but it really melted way more than it usually does. It has, and it gave me a little grit on the,
Yeah, that's more for the traction.
Yeah,
right?
It did.
I've never used ice melt. Does that really work?
Well, I was really skeptical, but he had salt and ice melt that he said I'll put on there.
And apparently, if you put the salt down at the right time, it prevents some of the precip from sticking.
My driveway looked like the road, but it did give me a little grit getting down it the first morning, and now a day later, usually because it's in the shade, it stays frozen. But it's pretty well thawed out. I've been impressed with that. So I don't know if it's $75 seemed heavy, but it worked.
Did have either your wife or your daughter traveled out of the home since the storm?
My daughter has gone to pick up food, and God bless her. Last night, she just had to have Mexican, so that's what we had. Oh, listen to this. Now, this is an interesting story. I wasn't there for it. My daughter's battery died. When she went the first day to try to get food, it wouldn't start.
Oh, no.
So I did what I always do. Threw up my hand. I said, I don't know.
I got nothing for you.
I don't know.
We're doomed.
Yeah, I said, well, you can't go to school ever again. That's it. There's nothing we can do. But I called AAA, or my wife called AAA yesterday. They're all home from school, so they were free. And AAA came out and changed the battery yesterday. Now, I wasn't there for this, but my wife said that she stood with the tow truck guy who was changing the battery, and he started talking about himself. And I think people like to do that. They'll say, yeah, I'm from Kentucky. And so she's like, yeah. And she told me this story that she was just kind of going along with him. It's like, he's like, I'm from Kentucky and blah, 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 blah. And I got a big family and all this kind of thing. And then he said, and my cousin is the vice president. Right.
You want to hand me that Allen wrench?
Right. So my wife said, your cousin is the vice president of, and he said, the United States of America. And
as in
the
J.D. Vance.
And my wife said, your cousin is the vice president. And the tow truck driver said, have you ever heard of J.D. Vance? And she said, I know who the vice president is. And he told stories of those two growing up together. And he's like, yeah, we used to swim in the creek and the old swimming. And he's J.D. Vance is
Hillbilly.
Yeah. What's it?
Hillbilly Elegies.
Yes,
His book.
Exactly. And, so of course my wife's like, well, what kind of guy is he? He's stop asking me the question.
What's J.D. Vance like?
Kind of an asshole. No.
What about his wife? I don't know where she's from.
She's pregnant. What will they name the kid?
Donald.
Stop asking me the question. Now, then he said something. My wife said, he said,
do you think they still keep in touch, or is there more of that coming?
He said they still talk from time to time, and he sees.
Obviously, it's much more challenging.
Right. He said, I see him at family gatherings still once since he's become.
Did he
vice
grow up
president.
in West Virginia?
This guy said he's
Vance.
from Kentucky, the tow truck driver.
Yeah.
He was born in Ohio.
Okay.
But then spent summers with family in Kentucky.
Okay, thank you.
So
there you have it.
It's tracking so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then the tow
I mean,
truck.
he's from that cold country, right?
Yes. I mean, it's on. I mean, it's online. And my wife said right before he finished up putting the battery in, he said, get ready for October. And
All right.
and my wife says, what do you mean? And he goes, gonna get bad. And then he's like, all right, have a great day.
Oh, no.
Wait, come back.
That's the message from the White House now, at least through my tow truck driver who changed my daughter's battery during the cold and snow. Get ready for October. It's about to get bad, is what he said. And he said, just between you and me, I've got a bunker. You know, he's ready to hunker down. He's one of those survivalists.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So that comes right from the number 2 man in charge, at least according to the tow truck driver who changed the battery on my daughter's car. And I said to my wife,
Did you save the date in your phone?
October. I put
an asterisk
I put
on-
October 1st. I just put get ready.
Sell.
Yeah, I guess. And my wife, I said, did you ask him what he meant by that to clarify? And she said, yes. He goes, immigration. It's going to get bad in immigration. And my wife said, is it not bad now on immigration? And he says, going to be rough. It is. What I was reading between the lines was like a war type thing, you know, like a real uprising between one side and the other. That's how I'm reading between the lines, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, one could infer, and I'm not saying I would, but one could infer that there will be increased presence in the streets because of the midterms, which would be 1 month later.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
There's a lot riding on this upcoming midterm.
Mm-hmm. I think Republicans are in trouble in the midterm. You know, I think that the visuals of what's going on in Minnesota lead to people really upset. Even Republicans will start being like, I didn't want this, and the midterms will be bad. But hey, what have I predicted ever correctly? Nothing. Littlest Patriot yesterday was like, please pick the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Please pick the Patriots in the Super Bowl. You know, he's wanting me to be wrong. He knows how wrong I usually am. So the snow, back to the snow in Boston. 23 inches in one day at Logan. And now you've got a standoff between a guy in his car, a little car that is stuck in the snow, and a snow plow that is plowing the street. And someone is out their window filming the interaction between the two. And it's all the driver of the car yelling at the snowplow. The snowplow was blowing the horn, like, get out of the way.
I need to plow.
And the guy saying, I can't get out of the way. The car is stuck. Here's the exchange in Boston.
You can sit there all night if you want. Sit there. Hey, car's stuck. Hey, car is stuck. Go around me, man. Car's stuck. The car is stuck. So what are you beeping for? The car's stuck, dickhead. The car's stuck. I'm sitting there telling you the car's stuck. Get the out of here. Get harassed me. Get out of here.
He drove the plow straight up to the car and just veered off at the last second.
I believe the car is stuck.
Yeah, the car is stuck. And
Get out of here.
He should have called Mr. Plow.
Hello, I'm Mr. Plow. Are you tired of having your hands cut off by snowblowers and the inevitable heart attacks that come with shoveling snow?
Uh-huh.
Then call Klondike 53226. Call now and receive a free t-shirt.
But I'm a real tightwad. Can I afford this remarkable system?
Absolutely. My prices are so low, you'll think I've suffered brain damage.
You are fully bonded and licensed by the city, aren't you, Mr. Plow?
Shut up, boy. So remember, call Mr. Plow. That's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow.
That did not work in Boston. The guy in Boston was ready to plow.
Stuck.
Car's stuck. Get the F out of here. Want to know why you're beeping? Sit there all day. That's how he started. Sit there all day. I don't care. The car is stuck. There's a woman in also New England, in Maine. I believe we've talked about her before. You want to talk about work ethic. Her name's Virginia Oliver. She's known as the Lobster Lady in Maine. And she has died at the age of 105. She was born in Rockland, Maine, and began trapping lobsters at age 8 alongside her grandfather and then father, entering the male-dominated field, and worked as a lobster trapper for 95 years.
Man.
That's how you do it. That's how you work.
Did you think she knew when she had pulled her last lobster trap out of the Atlantic?
Yes, she retired at the age of 103 2 years ago and said, I'm tired. I've got to go home. And that's exactly what she did.
I feel like a piker.
But she, wow. They honored her in every possible way. Of course,
How
she was
can you not?
Over her lifetime, she said that the industry went from cheap working class food, lobster, to a delicacy and, completely changed.
Yeah.
And she worked in it for 95 years. The governor paid special tribute to her yesterday. She died a couple of weeks ago from pneumonia at the age of 105.
She needs a statue.
Yes.
I would agree.
Put her on the bay, man.
Yeah.
Age 8 to age 103, she's trapping lobsters and bringing them up. I mean, that's unreal. Biggie can't get down a driveway? That's all I'm going to say.
Well, he can't even get to his vehicle.
Can't even get
No.
a two-wheel hardo. So don't Biggie drive a Jeep? Man, bro, come on.
That Jeep might as well be on the moon. Can't get to it. Can't start it.
Not having that. That is not happening. Exactly. That is incredible, isn't it? And she apparently never used any new technology. I mean, it's just lobster fishing. It's just that she always.
Well, it's still just pots going in the ocean.
That's all
right?
it is.
And you
That's
pull up the
all
traps.
it is.
I
yes.
feel like you reading that was like you reading Penthouse when you were
God, I
younger.
love it. I'm
Turgid.
I'm totally
Turgid.
titillated right now.
She worked for 89 years. Oh, my God.
95. Don't
95
sell her
years,
short.
sorry.
She worked
Respect.
95 years. Yeah, respect. Don't you think that it's because she worked that long that she lived to age 105? They always say once you retire. Ooh, sorry.
No will to live anymore.
My fault. These people that work all those years and they retire, it's like, oh, that's it. I don't have any.
I have no purpose.
No need to go. No need to go on anymore.
Do you think if you're, let's say, what's her name, Virginia?
Yes, Virginia Oliver.
The lobster lady.
Yes.
Do you think if the lobster lady ever, when she was 92, 98, getting close to what she might have considered retirement age,
Yes.
if the wind was up,
Yeah.
if there was a storm a brewing, would she say, not today?
God, I would think.
Or would she still go out there?
In her 90s. They said she worked full time until age 100.
Was she a boat captain or was she just, you
yes.
would assume that it
Yes.
was her own boat?
It was. It was her own boat. And she's.
I wonder how many people worked with her.
Good question.
All of them.
Yeah. They said she inspired generations of lobsters.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess she did.
She's older than the lobsters.
Yes.
I don't think
95.
You don't know this, Kelly. You're not on social media, and BB Shea could have never met the person. But we have a former coworker, worked here in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
We were friendly. We liked her. She was a good coworker.
Mm-hmm.
She, last I checked, she's kind of disappeared from social media for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Married, had a family,
Yeah.
moved to Maine, and has become a seaweed farmer.
There's such a thing, a seaweed
Yes.
farmer. And she moved to Maine.
Yes.
And I know this person. Would know her if you said her
Oh,
name.
yeah, 100%.
Wow. That's pretty.
So she's out there on the water.
And she loves it.
Loves it.
Do you do that only in summer? You can't do it now. There's no way, right?
Well, the ocean's not going to freeze. I mean, I don't know. I don't know
You
what
gotta
you
get in
tend
it.
Good gracious. How would you do that? The lobster, I always picture them out there in the freezing
Right.
cold. I guess that's what they do.
I
Wow.
mean, the colder the water, the better for the lobster.
Yeah, I
right?
guess so.
Yeah.
That's really something. Well, that's a legacy.
We salute you.
Yeah. And if she had retired at 63, which is perfectly normal retirement age, that's 40 fewer years that she worked another 40
Yeah.
after
Wow.
that. Unbelievable. Did you see
I wonder what her net worth is.
that
Did
great
she own
question?
anything?
Yeah. Does she have a lot
A
of
company,
money?
a
I
boat,
doubt it,
a couple
no.
boats.
You don't think she?
It's probably all for the love of the game, man.
Yeah. Can you
You
get
know?
rich being a lobster farmer?
I'm sure. Well, she was in it long enough. She probably had a conglomerate, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah. It didn't say all of that. It just said that she, worked hard all those years and loved being outside in the. There's a thing now called, I just read about it today, called friction maxing. Do you know what friction maxing is? Does anyone?
Oh, yeah.
It's
That's why lube sales were through the roof.
It's not.
Use it for my gluck gluck
Yeah,
30,000,
yeah.
baby.
How's the gluck gluck treating you these days?
No comment.
Okay. Friction maxing it's gone viral on TikTok. It's people who take away conveniences in their lives. They want to make their life less convenient because we've gotten so...
like windows you have to manually roll down.
Exactly. It's like we've gotten to so
cars
reliant.
with actual keys.
This is the woman explaining
The
it.
tools we have really enable us to never have to experience inconvenience. And in fact, we've gotten into the habit of using them as an escape, so much so that they're not even an escape anymore. It means that anything that is not as easy as those tools is so hard. Friction maxing is the process of building up our tolerance for, quote, inconvenience. One way is to stop sharing your locations that you have to ask, where are you? Stop using ChatGPT, buy a cookbook, text your friends for advice, go to the grocery store, invite people over without cleaning, babysit for someone. These are just like things that we used to do all the time, but that now we have really tried to replace with technology.
Eliminating technology.
Babysitting?
You gotta go babysit. You gotta go babysit.
I don't think your phone can babysit a kid yet.
Well, then she says, well, she's trying to make just less convenient. Go to the store, she said. No, don't have it delivered. Go to the store.
Is this turning into the Chris Kelly erection section?
I love
dude?
it.
This is
God.
everything we've
My
talked
God,
about the
I
last
know.
20 minutes has just been
I love
things that make you hard,
I
man.
love that. I just love
No
that.
convenience.
Massholes.
Yes.
Lobster lady.
Yes. And now this woman who says, get convenience out of your life.
World is too convenient.
Exactly. Last night, my daughter went to pick up Mexican food. I called
For the fam or just for herself?
Well, my wife and
No.
I don't
Eat it, yeah.
You're still eating
It's too
separate?
convenient.
It's too convenient. I made a salad. I said I'll rip this lettuce myself and make a salad over here. I called it in for her. I never,
That's not convenient.
I don't do convenience. So I'm friction maxing.
Yeah.
Without even knowing I'm friction maxing, I'm doing it. Exactly.
You call the pizza place. You drive to the pizza place to pick up the pizza.
Always. I never have it delivered. I always go. Maybe I was friction maxing before it even became a thing.
Maybe.
Now, this
You
one-
are the max friction guy.
I guess I
Friction
am.
maxer.
I guess that's right.
Are you still off diet? Or what's the Diet Coke status?
Heavy Diet Coke. This storm, I had to lay it in, and my wife got a bunch of it, so I'm having fridge sigs like they're going.
Well, I know
stuff.
February's a long month for all of us.
Maybe I'll give it up in March. Well, no, not your retirement. I can't give it up.